Hey guys, welcome back to your online lecture. Now, today we will move further in lesson ecosystem and biodiversity. In last lecture we have started with point biodiversity. So, let's see next point. Now, your next point is biodiversity assessment initiatives in India. Okay, how biodiversity is found in India in a different region. Actually, in this video we are not talking about more about biodiversity. We will see the geographical division of India. It's something like geographical lecture, so don't feel bored. Just recall what you learned in your school time. Okay, so let's see now. The next point is India is a mega biodiversity nation. Everyone knows this. India is the seventh largest country in the world and second largest in Asia with an area of 3.28 lakh kilometers square. Am I right? India is not a small nation like Pakistan and all. India is a huge country. Physically, the massive country is divided into four relatively well-defined regions. India is physically divided in these four regions: Himalaya Mountains, Gangetic River Plains, Deccan Plateau, or island of Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar. Next, biogeographical regions in India. Biogeography is the study of the distribution of species, organisms and ecosystems in geographical space and through geological time. India has a rich heritage of natural diversity. India ranks 4th in Asia and 10th in world among the top 70 megadiverse countries in the world. India is a megadiverse country. With only 2.4% of the total land area of the world, the non-biological diversity of India contributes 8% to the non-global biological diversity. In terms of biogeography, India has been divided into 10 biogeographic zones as shown. Let's see. Here is what. Okay, in this table shown that India has been divided into 10 recognizable biogeographic zones as follows. So, first one is Andaman and Nicobar Island. It contains 0.3%. Coastal region, Northeast region, Gangetic Plains, Deccan Plateau, Western Ghats, semi-arid regions, Indian Desert Zone, Himalaya Zone, Trans-Himalayan region, and here they have given percentage. So which is the largest area? I can say it's semi-arid region 16.6. Then it's Gangetic Plains 10.8%. So these are the percentage wise distribution of biogeographic zones in India. So let's see. Today we are going to see these 10 regions one by one. And only we have to remember in which area what kind of biodiversity is present. Like this only we have to remember for MCQ. And you have to remember these 10 regions for MCQ also. So, the first one is Trans-Himalayan region. What it is? It constitutes 5.6% of the total geographical area, includes the high altitude, cold and arid mountain areas of Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, North Sikkim, Lahul and Spiti, areas of Himachal Pradesh. This zone has sparse alpine steppe vegetation that harbors several endemic species and is a favorable habitat for the biggest population of wild sheep and goat in the world. and other rare fauna that include snow leopard and the migratory black-necked crane. The cold, dry desert of this zone represents an extremely fragile ecosystem. So, you can see in this slide that I have highlighted two lines with dark green color because they might be asked for MCQ. This area is richest in wild sheep and goat community. And the second, here we can find snow leopard and migratory black-necked cranes. The cranes who are having black neck, so they are found in this region. So this might be asked for MCQ. Then the next one is Himalayan zone. There are 4 biotic provinces: Northwest, West, Central and East Himalayas. This can be asked for MCQ. Which are the 4 biotic provinces? Like this. Then it constitutes 6.4% of the total geographical area, includes some of the highest peaks in the world. The Himalayan zone makes India one of the richest areas in terms of habitats and species. The alpine and subalpine forest, grassy meadows and moist mixed deciduous forest provide diverse habitat for endangered species of such as bharil, ibex, markhor, Himalayan thar and takin. Other rare and endangered species restricted to this zone include hangul and musk deer. And there are 3 zones of vegetations in Himalayan range which corresponds to 3 climatic belts. In Himalaya, there are 3 different climatic belts: sub-mountain or lower region, in which jamun, dhak type of trees are present. Temperate or mountain zone, vegetation dominated by kale and cheer deodar. Such trees or such vegetations found in that region. Alpine zone, rhododendron is found. See, the last line is very important. Dash is found in alpine zone, rhododendron. See, some pronunciations are really hard for us. Next, again in Himalayan zone, just now I explained you the richest areas in terms of habitats and species. Here some species names are given: bharil, ibex, markhor, Himalayan thar and takin. And other rare endangered species restricted to this zone include hangul and musk deer. Pronunciation may vary, so don't laugh. Then desert zone. Indian desert zone, constituting 6.6% of the total geographical area, includes the Thar and the Kutch deserts and has large expanses of grassland that support several endangered species of mammal such as wolf, caracal, desert cat, and birds of conservation interest like horbura bustard and the great Indian bustard. There will be MCQ that dash is found in desert zone. Your answer should be the great Indian bustard. The region has extensive grassland with mostly xerophyte plants such as babul, salvadora, oleoids. You have to remember these names. Then the next is semi-arid region. This area present in between desert and Deccan Plateau, including Aravalli Range. Aravalli Parvat, Marathi medium students might be know Aravalli Parvat. Comprises Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, parts of Orissa and Gujarat. Semi-arid region constituting 16.6% of the total geographical area is a transition zone between the desert and the dense forest of Western Ghats. Peninsular India has two large regions which are climatically semi-arid. This semi-arid region also has several artificial and natural lakes and marshy lands. The dominant grass and palatable shrub layer in this zone supports the highest wildlife biomass. The surveyed species of sambar and chital are restricted to the better wooded hills and moisture valley areas respectively. Then the next zone is Western Ghat. It constitutes 4% of the total geographical area. It is one of the major tropical evergreen forest regions in India and represents one of the two biodiversity hotspots. Western Ghats are home to viable populations of most of the vertebrate species found in peninsular India, besides an endemic faunal elements of its own. This region receives heavy rainfall and has four types of vegetation: tropical north evergreen forest, subtropical or temperate evergreen forest, mixed deciduous forest, the mangrove forest. So on this, the MCQ might be like evergreen forest or mangrove forest found in dash region. So your answer should be Western Ghat. Now the next one is Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is India's largest biogeographical region, making 42% of the total geographical area. It's a semi-arid region that falls in the rain shadow area of the Western Ghat. The zone comprising of deciduous forest, thorn forest, degraded scrubland support diverse wildlife species. Species found in this region are chitar, sambar, nilgiri, I think it should be nilgiri or nilgai, and chausinga, barking deer. These are the species found in this region. Gangetic Plain. Gangetic Plain constitutes around 10.8% of the total geographical area. The Gangetic Plain is topographically homogeneous for hundreds of kilometers, and this area contains most fertile soil. The characteristics fauna of this region include rhinoceros, elephant, buffalo, swamp deer, hog deer, and hispid hare. So these are the species found in this region, and this is the this region is having most fertile soil. Then the next region is Northeast region. Northeast region constitutes 5.2% of the total geographical area. This region represents the transition zone between the Indian, Indo-Malayan and Indo-Chinese biogeographical regions, as well as being a meeting point of the Himalayan mountains and the peninsular India. Dash is a meeting point of Himalayan mountains and peninsular India. So your answer should be Northeast region. Then the Northeast is thus biogeographically gateway for much of India's fauna and flora and also a biodiversity hotspot. Now the next region is Coastal region. Coastal region contributes 2.5% of the total geographical area with sandy beaches, mangroves, mud flats, coral reefs and marine angiosperm pasture make them the wealth and health zones of India. The coastline from Gujarat to Sundarban is estimated to be 5,423 km long. A total of 25 islets constitutes the Lakshadweep, which are of coral origin and have a typical reef log logo on system rich in biodiversity. However, the density populated Lakshadweep island virtually have no natural vegetation. Then the next region is Andaman and Nicobar Island. This constitute 0.3% of the total geographical area, are one of the 3 tropical most evergreen forest zones in India. The island house an array of flora and fauna not found elsewhere. These islands are centers of high endemisms and contain some of India's finest evergreen forest and supports a wide diversity of corals. And the line highlighted with green color is very important. In India, endemic island biodiversity is found only in the Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, this line is important for MCQ. Some of the endemic fauna of Andaman and Nicobar Island includes Narcondam, hornbill, South Andaman krit, etc. Okay, guys, you might be thinking, yaar, this lecture is too hard. Today's lecture, particularly I'm talking. So, in this lecture or in this point, only you have to remember the 10 biogeographical regions of India and what kind of species found in that region and what type of climate. Only few things you have to remember about these 10 regions, and that's enough for MCQ purpose. See guys, you don't need to write a theory paper for this subject, right? Only you have to remember the points, and once you read about this topic, you will remember till you will give exam. So guys, I wish next point will be interesting. Till then, tata, bye bye, take care.